You know, they came out with a purpose to come in here and get something done. You know, it's real unfortunate for our guys to have a game where you lose at home to a good opponent. And I've always said, it doesn't matter what Roman numerals behind the division, it's still basketball. And they've got a very good basketball team. So, you know, I told our guys in the locker room, now you know what Illinois felt like last year. That's just how it goes. Anybody can beat anybody at any time. And Quincy came in here, the aggressors, got us down early, and then we responded, but it was a little too late. And they had the momentum. They survived our little run in the second half, and they were able to knock down free throws and finish out the game. And hats off to you know, Marty and his Quincy team.
With respect to Quincy, are you guys maybe embarrassed by the way you played today?
We should be, absolutely. You know, you're embarrassed only because you get outplayed at home. You know what I mean? It's still a good team. You know, they're a team that has some experience and they understand who they are. They're a team that, you know, GLVC is a great league. And for people that don't know basketball, they don't understand that there's good coaches, good teams, and good players. A lot of those kids felt that they should be in our guys' shoes. And so, yeah, there's going to be some animosity. There's going to be some, I'm going to get back, and that's what they did, you know. But should you be embarrassed? Anytime you lose to a team that outworks you and outplays you, you should definitely be embarrassed.
Any particular reason Danny didn't start today?
Just want to get a different lineup.
Okay.
How's it feel to be back on the court this year, Danny? And what do you see your role being this year?
It felt great, you know, coming back this year off of the injury. But I mean, as far as me being a senior, I have to be a leader to this program and lead the young guys in the right direction. And should have been done this game here, but unfortunately we lost. You know, but now it's just back to the drawing board again. We gotta go back to square one and get back to work.
Speaking of back to the drawing board, what's going to be on the dry erase board is point 1, point 2, point 3 this week for you guys to get better?
Defense. Like that's what our staple is for this program. We have to be able to defend late in the shot clock and close out games and not get down, you know, because of turnovers. We have to be able to stay ahead and keep the lead and keep the momentum our way.
What do you do with this film? Do you chuck it? Do you
No,
watch it?
No, you learn from it. You learn from it. We do teaching clips. And so with our teaching clips will be pretty long, pretty extensive. And we got to point out why we came out on the wrong side of the column, you know, in our terms. Making sure that we point out why we got down by 7 points in the second, well, more than that, but down at 7 at the half. And figuring out what we need to do to correct the mistakes, trying to put ourselves in a position where, as we move forward, playing a team that, again, no disrespect to Quincy, is a lot much better than Quincy coming in here on Wednesday in Evansville. So, you know, we just gotta, you know, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You gotta pick yourself up, move on, and get back to work, like Danny said, and that's our motto. You know, we always talk about making sure that we get back. It's all about next. And now we're gonna get back to work and, you know, move forward.
Howard, real quick, two players I want to comment on. First of all, Mark Brown started, but he basically didn't play after the first few minutes. Is there a particular reason for that?
You see other guys that were playing better? I said that. He's a freshman. He's learning. You know, there's going to be times where guys are going to, you know, play a lot, play a little. It's just we're trying to find our identity right now, offensively, and defensively. You know, we had a lot of guys making miscues and out of, you know, position. You know, not being at their assignments, but you know, we're gonna address all of that and make sure that we get it corrected.
And one guy that was positive for you when he played in there was Matt Bush, giving you 18 minutes and a couple of shots, making some hustle plays. Talk a little bit about Matt.
Well, I mean, Matt's a captain because he does what I ask him to do. Now, is he perfect? No. Is he the best athlete on the floor? No. Is he the quickest? No. But he's a kid that has a strong basketball IQ. He's willing to put the team in front of his own, you know, opportunities, and he's willing to just, you know, do whatever it takes to help us win. And unfortunately for him, he has to go home back to Quincy and face, you know, guys that got him, you know, and you know. But it's all about making sure that we have guys that put us in position to win. And Matt's one of those guys. I thought he did some good things offensively. You know, we all had some miscues defensively, but when it's all said and done, Quincy was the better team tonight, and our guys need to look in the mirror and figure out what we need to do to correct that for the future.
As a coach, how many games or how long does it take you to kind of feel out where you like certain guys in different situations, and you know, not necessarily a rotation, but you know, your personnel type decisions?
Well, it all comes down to how guys practice, and I gauge our guys' readiness by practice. You know, that's, you practice like you play like you practice. That's just how it goes. That's been the age-long, you know, terms of how guys play and how they get on the court. So if a guy's playing, you know, getting DNPs by coach's decision, then he needs to get my attention in practice. If guys are playing well in practice and doing it in games, then they're going to keep their opportunities. If guys are hungry and they're getting in there in practice and they're trying to get my attention and doing it the right way and playing UIC basketball, they'll get on the floor. So it's real simple. It's no rocket science. And I just go off of a feel. You go off of, you know, who's out there, you know, trying to dive for loose balls, who's taking charges, who's in the right place at the right time, and who's playing the game the way we need to be playing. And you know, it just goes from there. So there's no special formula or anything. It's just, it's all about effort and desire. That's what it all comes down to.
Coach, Quincy came out with a very, you know, fast-paced tempo, and it gave you guys some trouble in the first half. What were some of the second half adjustments that you guys made?
Well, the biggest thing, we just had to play harder. They were just playing harder than us. You know, yeah, they get up and down, but we played teams that get up and down. I mean, the biggest thing was they were beating us up the floor. They were beating us to 50-50 balls. And that's a formula for what happened tonight. So you got to make sure that you start off the bat being the aggressor and at least matching the other team's intensity. And I thought they came out a lot sharper, a lot more ready to go, and our guys were still kind of in their dorm rooms for some reason. So we realized in the second half we were in a game, and that's when we started playing harder.
Danny, are you guys hungry?
Yeah, we're gonna see. Like, once we practice on Monday. You know, we're gonna see who wants to get better. Because I know my guys that we're ready. We're ready to get back and practice and show coach that we're ready to get this winning streak going, which is gonna start Wednesday against Evansville.
And Coach, one of your creators just touched the post, and it seemed like for a while in the second half, you guys really weren't doing that. And was it credit to Quincy's defense?
Yeah, well, they were packing the lane in. You know, they were really packing it in. And, you know, if I look at the stats, and Marty is a smart coach, he's realizing that we're not shooting the ball very well. So it's a smart decision to just pack it in and dare a team to make shots. You know, we had a stretch where Danny and a couple guys were getting open and getting some open looks, and they were going down. There were some stretches early where we were getting those same looks, and they just weren't falling for us. So, you know, it's reading the defense. You still want to touch the post either, because you're going to get the defense to come in and sag, and then you're going to get rhythm opportunities on the offensive end. And I thought we were getting that. We were getting that in our speed game, going up the floor after stops. That's when Danny hit a couple of his threes. You know, but the bottom line is, you know, you got to just fight through all that, identify how teams are defending you, and then just go from there. And I thought we made the right adjustments. The bottom line was we tried to do too much too late. You know, you get down by 7, you go in half, spotting them 7 points. It's just going to be an uphill battle to climb when they've already got momentum and they got your number a little bit.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.